Hey everybody, welcome back. Todd here. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Today we'll continue on with the horse trailer rehab project. We've been busy off and on, but also taking some family time for vacation or what have you, so it's been a while since we posted a video, but we'll go ahead and jump right into what we've been up to. Okay, Laura has put on the second wheel with the hub cap, and we're unwinding the fender trim, and we'll see how well that goes on. So we're putting the trim on the fender. It's just a matter of feeding it in there and then tapping it in good so that it stays seated. It's got a channel there that'll grab, so it's really a matter of getting it positioned well and then popping it in there good. As look at it so far, it looks pretty good. She's working her way around. Turned out nice. I think it looks good with the blacked out wheel look. We've seen it before. She's just working on getting that rust out of there. We'll hit it with rust reform and call it a day. Laura has removed the wheel. She's gone ahead and taped all that up so that it stays nice and clean, because we'll go ahead and hit this with a wire brush. Here again, just like the others, plenty of meat on the brakes. Everything just needs to be cleaned up good. Yep, I got one more to go after this. This one we've got a dent right here, so she'll be doing some hammer and dolly work. That's all buggered up. Straighten that up a little bit. Looks to me like there was one more on this side. Let me walk around that. There's a dent in here somewhere, but take my word for it. So yeah, a little bit of hammer and dolly work. We'll work on cleaning the hubs up and getting that one taken off and rust reformed. So obviously Laura's working on another hub, just working to get it all cleaned up. Okay, in a previous episode we patched that wall with a rubber mat, and in doing so we stuck some of the screws through it on the bottom that come right out the other side. Let me show you. And right there's the screws poking through. So we're gonna go ahead, take a grinder and just take those off. So here we go. So you can see that Laura has gotten both of those wheels done. She's also banged out the dents that were in the fender, and she's put the fender trim on, so looks nice. Coming right along. Okay, so today we're working on the vent replacement. As you may recall from a past video, these front two, there's three of them here, they're identical. These front two, the caps have blown off and kind of the whole mechanism's gone. We've just got them duct taped over the top right now so they don't leak. So what we've had to do is drill out all those rivets and then work around the sealant that's got it on the bottom there, and then on top it's all die-core, so that's been a chore. but Laura's got this one done and we've got the new one set in place. So I'll go up top and show you what's going on there. So here's the new one up top. You can see all the holes where the rivets come through, and then that whole thing just gets sealed like that. You can see this is the other one that's got to come out. You can see the old rivets that are kind of poking through there, and how much die core they've slopped around the edge to seal it. It's as simple as that. All right, I guess this is set in place and ready to go, so we're moving on to rivets. All right, we've done a couple of them already there. It's just awkward because of the angle and such. Laura did one and did just fine, but it's obviously not easy to keep it all centered. You want it to go on an angle, so there you go.
Here we go with more rivets. Unfortunately, it was just too hard for me to squeeze that many of them. So, Todd's taken over.
Okay, so we got one down. That one is complete from the underside. We put all the rivets back in. Everything's been tested. Works great. We just have to go up top and seal it with die core. This one still has to come out. So you can see all those rivets. They've got to get drilled out of there. So Laura's going to start drilling this one. All right, we'll be back with you later when we got all these done. You get the idea. Here's the top side of the one that we did. You can see the new rivets. And then you've got Laura working on this one right here. Okay, so we're up top. Laura's pulling some of the rivets that she drilled out, but now it's a matter of taking that oscillating tool and you get the idea. So that's what we got to do to get all of that off of there, and so we'll be back when we can pull that thing out. Laura's at that point where she thinks she's got this one ready to come out, so hopefully. There we go, daylight. So just a matter of cleaning everything up and putting the new one back in. So there we go. It's just a matter of kind of cleaning things up and then setting the other one in place from underneath, because it's got that rubber gasket, and then you, just like the other one here, you start doing the rivets. You got a dozen rivets that hold it into place, and then we'll die core around it to seal it all up and make it watertight. So okay, so here's the new vent going in. You can see it's got like a rubber gasket there, but that's not for water control. That's just vibration. Okay, in place it goes. And just like that, it's friction fit, and now we're on to riveting the thing together. So 12 rivets from now will be good. There you have it. All rivets are in. That one is set. That one's all done except for the die core on the top. So on to the top we go. So Laura's going to go ahead and apply the die core lap self-leveling sealant, and we'll start by putting a bead around to fill in the gap between the housing and the rough opening, so hopefully get a good seal going there. Go all the way around it and get that done first. Let that completely level out and seal up and harden up, and then we'll come back and do another level and another level, and we'll just build it up the same way we sealed the entire roof. Okay, we're working on the window frames. Laura's been doing some hammer and dolly work. She's down to the last one. Let's look at the condition of this particular one. So
this is the worst one.
Obviously, you can see that edge. You can't see much else because it's on the back side.
Seal this.
Okay, so, I mean, obviously there's a lot of damage on this thing. Okay, we're going to go ahead and tackle the door today. You can see this old, I've kind of started, but that was all busted off on the bottom. So we've ordered some new trim for around the door, so we'll put that on. The bottom of the door needs a little bit of work. I'm not going to tear that off of there, but I'll see if I can't put it back in better shape. And we'll go from there. Previously, we replaced the handle, so that now shuts and opens just fine. Attempting to get that back corner bent back straight, make a outside corner anyways. That's where we're at so far. Going to get another tool and try a few things. Down to the last piece, the bottom. Sides were not coming off as easy as you would think.
Sure.
Success. Today Laura's going to tackle the outside of the trailer. She's using a product called Aluminum Bright. It's kind of a knockoff of Alumabrite, which I think is a brand. So I thought I would kind of take a look, just go slowly around, look at the outside and a before and after. There's definitely some yellowing there, and some, you can see the streaks underneath the windows. Up along the seams there. Up along the top, you can see there's streaks. You're probably just looking at the sun right now. This stuff. Definitely here. On the side of the door, over top of the door, along the roof line. This has been sprayed down, so it's not like it just hasn't had anything even sprayed off. It's been washed since it's in the driveway, so this will be a matter of seeing what this product does. Alright, we're going to call that our before. Okay, she's gotten started. You can see how clean it is right here. she just did this kind of this corner right here, and then you can see she just spritzed it onto here. So you spray it on with a spray bottle, let it set for what, Laura, 3 to 5 minutes?
Yep.
And then just start work it. That's a very soft bristle brush, and she's just you know, brushing it. Just another quick update. There's your before and after on the bottom. It's coming along. Here's the cleaner that we're using, aluminum Brightener, and we're using it as a 50-50 mix. That's what the distributor recommended to us. Obviously he's got a lot of people that are using this on trailers. Thought I'd do a quick walk around. So here's after Laura's cleaned it. You can remember all those streaks that were on it. I mean, look at the aluminum along the bottom, fenders, all of that. To say that that's a lot cleaner is an understatement. Looks like she left off here, did one of the doors, and one of them still the way it was. Look at how yellowed the white is on the other side there. Okay, we're back at the door. After we acid washed it all up, looks nice and clean. We went ahead and attempted to put the trim in. That trim really doesn't stay in there. It's just a fraction of an inch too small. And frankly, once we just kind of looked at it, it looks fine the way it is. I don't know why we're even messing with trim. So for the time being, we're just going to leave it the way it is. So that's a wrap on the trim. So you can see that Laura's gone ahead and got out the components to the windows, and she's used the acid wash to get that all cleaned up. Trailer's looking very good, you know, compared to that before and after scenario. Side's looking great. She's just finishing up the back end of it. She just got done spraying that down, so I don't know how well that's going to show, but yeah, definitely a night and day difference for sure. Good thing the camera's waterproof. So that's going to be a wrap for this week's video. I appreciate you guys tagging along. If you do me a favor and hit that thumbs up, it'd help us out. And if you haven't subscribed already and you're interested in the project or other things that we're doing, hit that subscribe button and tag along with us. So we'll see you on the next one.